Roy, Janice's nephew, writes this. Janice was born March 31st, 1933, to Garrett and Rika in Oak Harbor, Washington. She was 16 years younger than her sister, Roy's mother, and so therefore to Roy she was more of a sister than an aunt. She was 13 when their family went to live in occupied Germany in 1946 for 2 years. Dad was in the Navy. She was in high school, and when we returned to live in Wisconsin until 1951, when our dad was sent to Korea, the family went to live on the farm in Oak Harbor, and Janice was a senior in high school and the editor of the school annual. Then off to Seattle Pacific College to get her MRS degree in December of 53. Her husband, Don, was drafted into the Army, and they were stationed in Germany for 2 years. So they visited our Dutch relatives like we did back in the 40s. Don had a logging company in Forks, Washington. Janice was always working. They lived in Quilcene, Squim, Lilliwaup, and then they bought their home on Prairie Street in the 1970s. She worked at Peninsula Daily News as a bookkeeper for many years and retired in March of 1998. She played the piano and organ at Squim Bible Church for over 40 years. Polly and Roy stopped by on Saturday and said they were going to walk the lighthouse on the Spit in the early 90s, and Janice wanted to go along. So they all took the 12-mile round-trip hike to Dungeness Lighthouse. They shared their lunch, and on the way back, they had a blast just talking and having a good time. They spent many Thanksgivings and Christmases, Janice with them and their family up at Kenmore. She was always game for anything. She married Richard Fleck on the 2nd of June, 2020. He cared for her, fed her, and took her where she wanted to go. She was legally blind, and when Richard died, the 20th of January, 22, Roy and Polly had to find 24-hour care for her. She was in St. Clair Place for a period of time until she had some falls, and then she went to live with the Meows for the last week of her life. Janice died September 13th at Daniel and Laura Lee's house, and we, her family, will truly miss her.